morning, everybody! Happy Friday, September 8th, 2023. My name is Kevin Smith. Thank you all so much for tuning in to Loud Majority Live. Well, we are going to show the aggressive levels of hypocrisy portrayed by Democrats at all times in the state of New York today. Sorry, there's no Rumble today. Something was wrong with the upload. So if you're looking for this on Rumble, you're not going to find it there. You are not going to find it there. Unable to put that bad boy up. So we're going to dive in to this immigration problem because, you know, for a while, we've talked about how this is New York City's problem and how this is not our problem. And of course, you know that, I know that, we all know that. But the fact of the matter is that New York City wanted this, and now they are getting it. Except now that they've got it, they don't really want it anymore. Right now, New York City, the 5 boroughs are the dog that caught the car. They are the dog that caught the car. We've got a story here from the New York Post that's going to blow your mind, particularly when I show you some previous comments from these people. Before we get started, guys, make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button. Hit the like button if you're watching on Facebook. Also, just in case anyone doesn't know, I'm sure many out there do know, September 17th will be our Montauk rally. Please do join us down there. It's going to be an awesome time at the Seaford train station. September 17th, the ride out to Montauk. It's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you guys are down there for that. It's going to be great. Kim, it was great seeing you at the Ronkonkoma Street Fair. September 17th, Seaford to Montauk all the way to the end. Seaford to Montauk all the way to the end. We do it every year. It's our 4th annual rally. I know some people said that some people won't show up for whatever reasons. If you don't want to go for whatever reasons, to hell with you. That's fine. If you want to be spiteful and childish, that's totally cool. The rest of us will be having a good time out at Montauk. So September 17th, lining up at 10 a.m., leaving at noon. As always, it's going to be an awesome, awesome time. So I've got this story here from the New York Post. Just so everyone knows, right now there is a lawsuit. There is a lawsuit against New York City by Nassau and Suffolk County that bars them from sending any illegal immigrants legally out to Nassau and Suffolk counties. But there's an assemblywoman in Queens that wants to stop that. New York City lawmaker wants to bar counties from blocking migrants to ease the burden on New York City. Well, which lawmaker might that be? A Queens lawmaker has introduced legislation to spread the burden of dealing with the migrant crisis across the state of New York, as the Big Apple continues to struggle to handle the influx of asylum seekers. In one of the bills put forward by Assemblywoman Jennifer Rajkumar in Albany on Thursday, local governments would be barred from blocking asylum seekers from being housed in their counties through emergency orders. The state lawmaker, who is an ally of Mayor Eric Adams, also proposed creating a statewide coordinator for migrants to oversee the intake and care of asylum seekers once they reach the state. Quote, "It is time that New York State it's time for New York State to lead a statewide response as New York City faces one of the greatest humanitarian crises in history," Raj Kumar said. "The state must enlist all counties to help New York City shelter migrants because the strength of our entire state depends on New York City's continuing economic engine." That's ironic because just a while ago she was singing a much different tune.
Good morning, New York City, the city of dreams. I am New York State Assemblywoman Jennifer Rajkumar, and I stand before you as the embodiment of an immigrant family's American dream. My mom was born in a mud hut in India. My parents came to this country with a little, but they were given a chance to work, to build, and to rise. And I am here as proof that the American dream works. It is because of my immigrant family's American dream and work ethic that I'm standing here in Foley Square, in the greatest city in the world, next to the greatest mayor in the world, as the first Indian American woman elected to a New York State office.
And there, of course, is Mayor Eric Adams clapping along like the seal that he is. He eventually ended up taking the microphone and saying something similar.
All the naysayers, all the people who are pushing back, all the people who are fighting against this, go into your lineage. Go see when your parents or grandparents came here. Imagine people were saying to them, there's no place for you here. That is wrong, and that is not who we are as a city, and that's not who we are as a country. And we won't divide our city or country by the numerical number of people who want to rip us apart. And we need the national government to stand up. This is not a New York City issue. This is a national issue, and it must be resolved by the national issue. So don't critique what we've done. Don't tell us how we could have done it better. Don't sit in the bleachers and be a detached spectator on this full contact sport called asylum seekers. Get on the field and fight this battle with us.
Of course, somebody should ask Mayor Eric Adams when exactly he immigrated to New York from Fort Lee, New Jersey, considering, he doesn't live here. Of course, now that they're getting exactly what they want, and we talk about this all the time, now that Mayor Eric Adams has gotten exactly what he wanted, it turns out he's starting to face reality. He is starting to face reality.
No support. And let me tell you something, New Yorkers. Never in my life have I had a problem that I did not see an ending to. I don't see an ending to this. I don't see an ending to this. This issue will destroy New York City. Destroy New York City. We're getting 10,000 migrants a month. One time we were just getting Venezuela. Now we're getting Ecuador. Now we're getting Russian speaking coming through Mexico. Now we're getting Western Africa. Now we're getting people from all over the globe have made their minds up that they're going to come through the southern part of the border and come into New York City. And everyone is saying it's New York City's problem. Every community in this city is going to be impacted. We got a $12 billion deficit that we're going to have to cut. Every service in this city is going to be impacted. All of us. And so I say to you, as I turn it over to you, this is some of the most educated, some of the most knowledgeable, probably more of my commissioners and deputy commissioners and chiefs live in this community. So as you asked me a question about migrants, tell me what role you played. How many of you organized to stop what they're doing to us?
Of course, now Mayor Eric Adams is faced with the problems that he himself called for. Look back to your lineage. Blah, blah, who gives a crap? That's not the point. First off, I want to make this very clear. When many European ancestors came here, it was because this country was in need of low-skilled labor. We are not in need of that anymore. Immigration should be based on merit, but it should also be based on need. I mean, let's be honest here. Does this country need any more Uber drivers? Does it need any more DoorDash guys? I don't think we need any more of that. We don't need the low-skilled labor that is coming in. Moreover, I spoke about this yesterday on my LFA show. An author that I'm a big fan of, Douglas Murray, in his book, The Strange Death of Europe, he talks about how Germany is no longer the country you once remember it as. And that's because in 2015, the former Chancellor of Germany, Angela Merkel, admitted 2% of the entire population of Germany from Northern Africa, East Asia, and the Middle East. Just 2% came into Germany, and that changed the cultural landscape of that country forever. In the last year, the population of Manhattan Island has grown by 6%. 6% and growing. You asked for this, Mayor Eric Adams. Now you fix it. You wanted this, Kathy Hochul. Now you fix it. This is not our problem. It is not our problem. We didn't ask for this on Long Island. We didn't ask for this in our country. But Democrats never, ever, ever get to see, get to live with, get to feel the policies that they put forth. They never do. Well, I shouldn't say never, because every once in a while, the chickens come home to roost. The chickens come home to roost. Guys, in just a minute, I've got a story for you that, and look, I don't take great joy in this. I really don't. That's not true. I do a little bit. I don't want to see anyone get beat up. But sometimes when you get what you've asked for, you get it across the side of the head. We'll get to that in 1 minute before we do a word from Mike Lindell.
Over the last 20 years, with all your support, we've been able to not only launch the original MyPillow, but also the MyPillow mattress topper, Giza Dream bed sheets, My Slippers, and the MyPillow bath towels. But there's so much more. In fact, we have over 200 products, and I'm so confident that you'll love each and every one of them that when you go to MyPillow.com now, you'll immediately receive a free gift valued at $20 just for checking out the website. No purchase necessary. Get everything from MyPillow blankets, sleepwear, kitchen towels, mattresses, duvets, pet beds, body pillows, comforters, couch pillows, bathrobes, and so much more. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. And remember, just for checking out MyPillow.com, you'll immediately receive a free gift valued at $20. No purchase necessary. This is a limited time promotion, so go to MyPillow.com now.
Guys, head on over to MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD. That's MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD for up to 80% off everything on the website. Please support the people who support this show. That's MyPillow.com, promo code LOUD. Also, big announcement, real quick, super excited. The Donald Trump mugshot T-shirts have come in, everybody. So if you guys want to pick these bad boys up, we've got them in white, black, blue, gray. Pick them up over at loudmajorityusa.com. That's loudmajorityusa.com. loudmajorityusa.com. You guys can use promo code LFA for 20% off. For 20% off. Everything on the website. You can pick up your Donald Trump Never Surrender T-shirts. I don't know why this is coming up orange. It's not. It's supposed to be red. You guys can pick those up over at loudmajorityusa.com. So as I said, every once in a while, for Democrats, the chickens do come home to roost. So there's a lawmaker whose name I actually can't pronounce. Shivanthi Sasarandon, whatever the hell her name is. She is the second vice chairwoman for the Minnesota Democratic Farmers Labor Party, which is basically a communist organization. Well, she was real big. She was real big in the defund the police movement. She wanted to defund all the police. Get rid of them. We don't need them. Oh, wait. You might need a cop when you get carjacked and bashed over the head with a pipe. Anti-cop Minnesota Democratic Party official left bloody in a violent carjacking now calls for tough on crime laws. Oh, really? You don't say. Really? Really, you lunatic? A Minnesota Democratic Farmer Labor Party official who once vowed to dismantle the Minneapolis Police Department is now calling for tougher on crime laws after she was beaten and bloodied in a carjacking outside of her home on Wednesday. She fumed that the 4 young suspects need to be brought to justice. Quote, I have a broken leg, deep lacerations on my head, bruising and cuts all over my body. I have rage, she wrote. The beating occurred in front of her 4-year-old daughter and 7-year-old son at around 7:45 on Tuesday. Quote, these men knew what they were doing, and I have no doubt they've done it before, yet they are still on our streets killing mothers, giving babies psychological trauma for a lifetime of therapy that cannot ease. With no hesitation and no remorse. Aw, but baby, there you go with your head busted open. You asked for this, lady. And I take no great joy in this woman being assaulted. I don't want to see anybody beaten up. However, you asked for this, lady. You wanted this. You wanted the soft on crime policies. And now you got exactly what you wanted. You got exactly what you asked for. And it's not my fault that you can't seem to understand that when you defund police, when you demoralize cops, when you reimagine policing, whatever the hell that means, that you will eventually be the victim of that crime as well. Because no matter what you do, the alligator will always eat you, even if it eats you last. Even if it eats you last. The fact of the matter is that these people have no moral scruples. They have absolutely no concept that the world could exist in any other fashion than their prissy bitch little world. Everyone's normal is normal to them. And I know that sounds like a ridiculous phrase, but people don't understand their life is good. And that is not the norm. Most people's lives suck. And that's why we need police, to stop our lives from sucking. But these rich liberals on the Upper East Side, or in Malibu, or in gated communities in Minnesota, when the criminals have ransacked the shitty neighborhoods, they will eventually start coming for yours. Skid Row in Los Angeles is only so big. It can only hold so many homeless people before the homeless start to protrude into Marin County, before it starts to get into Tribeca, before it starts to make its way to Westchester. That's what these people don't seem to understand, is that this will always come back to bite you in the ass. It will always come back to bite you in the ass last. It's terrifying that these people can't live in reality. They'll never be held accountable. This woman, what the hell was her name? Raj Kumar? Am I saying her name right? Don't want to be accused of being racist. Yes, Raj Kumar. This is very personal to me, okay? Because she represents the neighborhood that I used to live in, where I was born, where my parents met. Glendale, Ridgewood. These used to be safe communities. These used to be rational communities where you could walk the avenue all day long. Myrtle Avenue, Cooper Avenue. Oh, my whole family tells stories about just hanging out in the parks all night long. Can't do that anymore. Can't do that anymore because every New York City park is being taken over by illegals. And this girl has the audacity to claim that, what, this is supposed to be our problem? It's not our problem. You asked for this, Jennifer Raj Kumar. I ask you this. How many immigrants will you be taking into your home? And I got news for you, okay? She's an assemblywoman from Ridgewood, from Glendale. Let's see if she accurately represents the community. Let's see if she accurately represents the community. Well, she went to an exclusive private school in Terrytown. An exclusive private school called the Hackley School. That's not bad. And then where did she go after that? Well, she got her bachelor's degree from the University of Pennsylvania, Ivy League. And then she got her law degree at Stanford. Oh, yeah. And she's also a college professor. So if any of your kids go to Lehman College in the Bronx, just know that this idiot is teaching your children. that this idiot is teaching your children. And, of course, naturally, she was endorsed by all the New York City police unions. Haha, go figure. Go figure. It is shocking to me that a privileged Ivy League assemblywoman, who's actually kind of hot, I'll be honest with you, but it's not really the point. A privileged Ivy League educated assemblywoman can represent what used to be a German, Polish, English neighborhood in Queens, is now calling for less illegal immigrants. You wanted it. You got it, lady. You wanted it. You got it, lady. Guys, we're going to wrap up right now. I want to thank everybody so much for tuning in. Once again, I'm sorry that the Rumble chat wasn't working today. I don't know what was going on there. I don't know what was happening there. Guys, make sure you guys stay tuned for the LFA show at 1 p.m. today. I got a big show for you guys today. Laura Logan is about to release her January 6th documentary, and we've got an exclusive word from Robert Kennedy about what they are doing to him. Guys, make sure you're subscribed over rumble.com/LFATV. Programming all day long from 9 a.m. all the way to midnight. The best damn political network anywhere in the world. Period. Guys, I'm going to wrap up today. Once again, make sure I see everybody at the Montauk Rally September 17th. Also, I will be at the East Northport Street Fair on Saturday and the Wisconsin Street Fair on Sunday. Come on down. Say hello. I want to see everybody. We'll do a little bit of chatting over there. Guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. Have a great weekend. And until then, everybody, stay loud.